watching a master at work.
You ready? Let's go. Yeah. For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
Tell it like it is back. Hold on. Hey man, get your finger out your nose, man. We live, bro.
Huh?
We live. We live.
Oh, my
Come
fault.
on, man. Welcome back. Another Friday live episode of Tell It Like It Is. I'm Johnny Dollar. It's Joe Stone. What's up?
Pick your booger.
Man, you don't do that on live. Man, excuse us. You don't do that on live TV, man. You was like the dude on I Love New York, Mr. Boston. You know, did you see that? Don't do that, man, Mr. Boston.
See the trick though, man?
Come on, man, don't do that.
You see how I did that?
Don't do that.
It was a fake, man. See?
No, that wasn't no fake because
See?
something came out.
See that up? See, that's how I
Forget
did.
about it. Forget about it.
You know what though, man?
Forget about it.
Forget about it. Forget about
Welcome, everybody. Another Friday of Tell Like It Is. Stat Girl just showed up. She's late. Way to go, Stat Girl. Thanks for coming up. Thanks for coming. All right. Yeah. We're going to dock you. You're getting docked. You know that.
it. What you gonna take from her?
I don't know. We can talk about that later on.
Okay.
We'll talk about that later on.
After
But Final Four, what you think?
Final Four. Final Four. But you know what? Before we talk about Final Four, you know, we've been rolling here on Tell It Like It Is Friday night, 7 p.m. And just want to let you know that tonight, this is going to be the last night, rolling at 7 o'clock. Why? Well, next week we're going to do a favorite moment show.
It won't be live, though.
Right, won't be
It
live.
won't be live, so don't call in because
Right.
it's just going to be like pre-play.
Right. So next week, they're going to run favorite moments on next Friday just to show you some of the stuff that we've done throughout the season.
This is our 10th week or something like that.
And then we're going to have some fun with this because the new season is going to kick off April 21st, and we're going to have a live studio audience. Tell It Like It is graduating. So if y'all want to be a part of the live studio audience,
Call up here tonight and let us know.
right, because you're going to have to be here before 6:45.
If you want to be part of the live studio audience, call up here tonight and let us know. Say, hey, can I be a part of YouTube Cats? Tell It Like It Is.
For shizzle.
You know what I mean? All right?
For
Call up
shizzle.
here.
Right. But like you said, man, Final Four.
Yeah.
It's over. It's a wrap. He was wrong. I was wrong.
Again.
He said Ohio State. I said Georgetown. Nah. It's Florida.
Look at that girl holding her hand like she was right.
You didn't even fill out a bracket.
I didn't have to. I knew who was gonna win.
Yeah.
Now, wasn't she the one that called and
She was heading to
said,
Chicago and she's going for Florida.
right,
You gonna head north and you both on team south.
right. We're not even falling for that one tonight. Anywho, Stat Girl. Oh, you gotta call him right. Florida's the champ.
Hey, you can't. They were unstoppable.
Yes, they were.
Unstoppable. But you got to give Ohio State to bring the A game, but I give Odin kudos. Odin played a great game. He tried to keep them boys in there. He tried to put them on his shoulders, but his supporting cast just couldn't do anything.
25-11 Odin put up, but Florida, repeat national champs. They also hold the title in Division I football.
That's something, man. I mean,
That is
you can walk around anywhere you want.
the term big man on campus applies down in Gainesville.
Oh, wow.
You big man on campus if you on a football basketball team.
You can't nobody say nothing. Nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's when you be proud, even if you're not even an athlete.
Hey,
You wearing one of them. What is it called?
get my books. Somebody get my books.
You know?
I'm going to class, carry my books. Okay.
That's something when you a granddaddy. That's something they can't take away. Look here, son. What if you was is there any like a football and basketball player, play two sport players that ever,
That one, I've never heard of an NCAA player
Wow.
win it, but that's That's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
You know, but like we said, Florida won it back-to-back. They beat Ohio State. First, they just crushed UCLA.
Oh, it wasn't even no game.
It wasn't even a game in the
No.
semifinal game.
Wasn't no game.
And then in the championship game, they jumped out. One of the things I noticed about Florida throughout the entire tournament is when they wanted to put a team down, they put a spurt together and get a double-digit lead. And then they played with that cushion the rest of the game. The team might shrink it down to 4 or 6 points,
Right.
but then they'd come back. Humphreys would hit a 3, Brewer would hit a 3, Green would make a nice assist, Horford, you name it. They'd hit you from so many different angles, and before you know it, game was over with.
Right.
You know, one of the things that I noticed in the championship game is that, as you talked about, Ohio State didn't bring the A game.
No, he didn't.
They were 3 for 24 from three-point line.
And I believe, I'm going to tell you where you get the credit to was the teams like put Ohio State, like the Tennessees. I mean, them guys were tired from all the comebacks they had to do. I mean, they were wore down. I believe a little bit, the Tennessee wore them down a little bit. You know, who was it? Xavier? Xavier wore them down a little bit. So, you know, I think them cats were a little tired.
Georgetown in the semifinal game, they had to play a big game there, and they used a lot of energy.
You know, but I think the question is now, who's coming back, who stays?
Yeah, well, we already know for Florida, the top 4 juniors, Green, Brewer, Horford, and Noah, they're gone. They only have one guy coming back who made any significance, and that's Hodge. So Florida's going to have to reload. But
This is when you're gonna see how
good a coach,
good the coach is.
Billy Donovan is. Exactly.
You know, or he's gonna say, I should have took that Kentucky job.
Yeah, but he stayed there. Somebody slid him a little
For
something
sure.
under the table.
You know that.
To keep him there. But here's a question I got for you. Florida, they won back-to-back titles. Now you think about all the NCAA champions you've got a chance to witness over the years. Where would you rank them? Would you rank them top 5 all time,
Definitely.
top 10?
I think so. I think definitely top 5 at all times. You know, they're consistent. I mean, they don't panic. You know, a lot of teams, man, they don't panic. Even when the games is close, they don't panic.
Right.
I mean, Ohio State made a run, but, you know, them Gators did not panic. You know, they got it, they cut it down to 6.
Yeah.
They did not panic. Then they opened it back up to a double-figure lead. They just don't panic. I think they're definitely one of the top 5 teams to win it back-to-back.
I think about them, and you got to put it in context of eras. And in this era, it's tough to get guys to stay in school for a long period of time. So, first of all, you got to give kudos to Billy Donovan and the administration
That's
at
his favorite
Florida. Anywho, you got to give them credit for the fact that they kept that nucleus together for at least 3 years. The other thing that you got to remember with the fact that getting talented guys to come together as one group in this day and age of individual basketball and look at me, I shine,
Right.
another credit in terms of that. Now, in terms of ranking them, the top team ever was UCLA, Lou Alcindor, before he became Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You can't even. Lou Alcindor, when he was a freshman, when they weren't even allowed to play, the freshman team was better than the varsity team at UCLA, and they were the national champs. So that's the number 1 team. Number 2 team, got to go back to UCLA, the Bill Walton era.
Well,
You know.
I'm gonna go to Indiana.
Well, I'm going to get to that.
I'm gonna go with Indiana.
The number 3 team would be the undefeated Hoosiers.
I'm gonna go with the Hoosiers.
76.
I think
Buckner, Abernathy.
right. I think you got them a little bit too
Wilkerson,
low. I give you the
Scott
number
May.
1. I give you the number 1, but number 2, and they have a good fight to be number 1.
Yeah.
I got to give it to Indiana.
Well, they were on,
Undefeated, man.
They were undefeated, went through the Big Ten, back to 76. So those are your top 3. Then, if you look at 1979, Magic Johnson,
Yeah.
that team,
You couldn't ask for a better game between
Larry
them and
Bird.
Indiana State.
Woo.
That was one of the best.
that was.
I mean, you just don't forget games like that.
No, you don't. And that's what you keep looking for. But I put Michigan State team at 79 in there. Now, the thing about Florida, and the reason why I think they're a good team, but I can't put them top 5, is then you think about a couple years later, after Magic Johnson, the Carolina Tar Heels with Michael Jordan, James Worthy, Sam Perkins, Jimmy Black, Doherty. So I put them top 10, And they're back to, only 7 teams have been back-to-back champs. Last one was Duke in 91, 92.
So you're saying if
But
them 4 players, if them 4 juniors had stayed and wanted to get next year,
They'd be top
would've-
5.
They'd be in the top 5 in your book, huh?
3P like the Bulls.
You know, but you also gotta give credit to them players because sometimes your family members put pressure on. Hey, let's go, we need some money. Let's go to the next level.
Right.
You got to give the players some credit. Hey, mom, dad, aunt, bruh, I just want to stick around and win this one more time.
Yeah.
I
agree.
One more time.
So for them to come back, like you said, you got to give them kudos.
And I think they're leaving at a real good time. I
Right.
think it's time for them to,
Time for them to go.
bust a move.
And they made their announcement.
Yep.
Top 4 players decided yesterday. They had a press conference. Green is going, Noah's going, Horford's going, Brewer's going. They all declared for the NBA. Had a press conference yesterday. They're out of there. So
You got to give Brewer, man. You got to touch your hat to Brewer. Brewer was just,
he is a basketball player.
He's going to go before. I think he could, but he's just an all-around good shooting guard, point guard, wherever you want to put him.
Yeah.
I mean, because if you left him open, when Ohio State left him open, and even if you did left him open, he went by you. He was just unstoppable, man.
Now, to give a reference to an NBA team, they reminded me of a team like the Detroit Pistons or the Bulls of the late 80s, early 90s, where they played to the level of their competition throughout the tournament.
And I say more of the Bulls.
Right.
Now, the Pistons, they beat you up.
Yeah.
And I don't think Florida was I'm a beat you up type of team, but they were more of the Chicago Bulls. Okay, we're going to play to the level of competition.
Right.
To where Detroit don't care who you are. Lambeer,
Elbows flying.
Dumars, they gonna bust you out the head.
Win the game and the fight.
fight.
Now, there was another Final Four going on. Tennessee, Rutgers, LSU, North Carolina.
Yep.
I like to call it chick hoops.
Was Illinois?
No.
Was Illinois women went in there Final Four? I thought I saw.
The invitation got lost in the mail.
I thought.
The dog ate it fell in the garbage.
Well, they're going to be there. Illinois women, you're going to be there next year. I feel it.
My thing is this. Did you watch it? Did
Yeah.
you watch any of the women?
Oh, yeah. It was some exciting ball, man.
So you did watch it.
Mo for sure.
And you know what I'm finding?
What you find?
More men are watching women's basketball. And there's nothing wrong with it anymore.
No.
Back in the day, you didn't watch it because you only had one player. And
You're right. But speaking of this basketball, here's a question somebody asked me. They go, Donald, all these coaching carousels going on in the college men's Division I. When is it when there's going to be a woman coach Division I men's basketball?
wow.
I mean, that question was brought to me. When do you think there's going to be a woman say, "Hey, I want to apply for, a Division I men's basketball team"? Is that possible?
Well, if it's possible, the
men coach the women.
women, right? And I agree with you. And I was going to say, Pat Summitt. If anybody can coach men, women, it really, first of all, gender doesn't matter. You're coaching the game.
Right.
It doesn't matter the gender of the players. If you know the game, you know the game. And Pat Summitt, what she did, 7th national championship down there in Tennessee, if anybody deserves an opportunity to coach at the men's level, she has earned it years ago.
And I think you're right. And I think she'll get more respect because of what she's done in the women's Division I. If she ever decides to try out the men's side, she'll get more respect than somebody that you really would know. Because I'm telling you, them cats wouldn't be like, man, I ain't listening to this woman, man.
You know what? And you see how she snaps on the sideline? Boy, let a brother walk off the court.
But stay out of them pom-poms. Stay out of them cheerleading skirts, because she didn't look that good.
Them legs.
Oh,
and she sang Rocky Top.
Dude, stay out of let the cheerleaders wear their own things, lady.
Right. Now, you know who's not getting any respect tonight? Stat Girl ain't get, the phone line is not ringing.
They probably didn't pay the bill.
They ain't paid the bill. You
What's
know
the
what?
number? What's the number?
You know the phone number?
It's on the screen.
It's on the screen.
It's on the screen.
On the screen. It's on the screen.
Now,
384-2452.
384-2452.
Tell it like it is. We've been sitting here talking to each other for 15 minutes.
And
And
I
they-
really, we was talking so good, I forgot we even had phones.
Right.
Because the conversation was going so good.
and
You
then,
know, it was.
well, I knew we had phones because I looked over there and she was doing this.
Oh, okay.
So,
Right.
you've been in a place of business before.
Right.
Where there's always that one person that's just sitting there doing nothing and getting a check. We're going to talk about your...
Yeah, I should see.
Oh, now
Phantom
she gonna
call.
pick- right.
Phantom call, yeah.
Had her cousin call. And there's something else.
Yeah, but it was good things, man.
But like you said, Pat Summitt, I agree. Vivian Stringer, coach for
Yep.
Rutgers. You know, any of these female coaches are coaching Division I level. Somebody should get an opportunity to come up and do one of these men jobs because there's opportunities abound.
Yeah.
Now that the tournament's over, the season's over, you know, guys are gonna have to make some decisions, just like we gotta make some decisions. Here, tell it like it is, 384-2452. Go to these phone lines, caller, tell us your name, tell us where you're calling from, tell it like it is.
Well, good evening,
Hello?
White and Dollar.
Hello?
How are you?
Excellent.
I'm calling from Champaign,
Okay.
and I'm the woman you spoke with last week that didn't know anything about basketball.
I knew who you was right off the bat. You ain't got to tell me. I already knew.
And she was the first caller. Go ahead, woman who doesn't know anything about sports.
First of all, Dollar, stop making excuses for Ohio State. They didn't have a perimeter. They can't win it with just Odin alone. I have to give my hat off to Florida.
Wow! She told you.
Well, I'm not making excuses for Ohio State. I'm just saying that they wasn't playing the same ball as they were previous to that. Odin played more aggressive than he has been the whole tournament in that Florida game.
But you're not telling it like it is. They were all in the NCAA tournament. Fatigue can't be a factor. You on the line. It's the final game, brother. You gotta bring it or leave it.
Are you drinking wine? Because you weren't talking like this last week. Now, you drinking some wine, some Boone's Farm or something, ain't you?
Not at all.
Oh, okay.
I'm just telling it like it is.
And you are telling it like it is, and I'm going to ask you a question. What do you think were the three main factors in that championship game? Because you sound very knowledgeable.
The three main factors, I would have to say one was, like I said, they didn't have any perimeter shooting.
I agree. I mean,
One.
Ohio State didn't have any perimeter shooting. The big man inside, he did his thing, but he couldn't do it by himself. And Florida's run, like I said, they did it to UCLA. They brought it to Ohio State. Ohio State couldn't handle it, the run.
You know what? I got to say this, and I'm going to point to the main camera. You are the most knowledgeable caller that we've had here on Tell It Like It Is since we started back in February. Yep, they big. Mwah! You call anytime you. I tell you what, I'm going to give a personal invitation, you to be our first person here to the live in-studio audience on April 21st. We want you sitting up front because I want you to tell him he doesn't tell it like it is.
You got it.
We'll see you on the 21st.
All right.
Take care.
Take care.
yeah, take care. Man,
You know what she did?
she returned to me then.
She took you behind the woodshed.
She torn to me hard.
She took you. She
And
took
she
you.
tell me, he ain't telling it like it is, dog. She torn to me then.
Yeah, she did.
Okay, I accept that.
Yeah.
But I said the same thing she said.
No, you didn't. You didn't say the same thing she said, because she said it.
Forget it.
Caller, excellent call. Like I said, we want you here April 21st.
384-2452. Tell like it is.
Call us. Keeps that girl finger moving. Now, like I said before we went to that excellent call, some guys got to make some decisions now. Tournament's over. We talked about the guys of Florida who made their decision. They're going pro. There's another guy who played in the championship game. We just talked about Greg Oden. What do you do if you're Greg Oden? Do you stay or do you go?
I mean, he got the physique, he got the build, he got the attitude. I may break camp.
You would leave.
I may break camp. I really would.
You would take off
because of the fact where I think they had the team to beat Florida. They could have beat Florida if they had a shot. I just think it's time for I think he's ready, man. I think he's ready.
Well, I tell you what.
I think he's ready.
I must say this. He is ready. You know, a lot of people talk about he didn't show up like this all year until the championship game. But you got to remember, Greg Oden played half to 2/3 of the season with a cast on his right hand.
Mm-hmm.
He shot free throws.
Left hand.
Left hand.
And what, was shooting what, 55%?
No, he was shooting 65% with his left hand. That's better than some guys who who are naturally right-handed. He showed athletic ability throughout the season. Also, the thing that I really enjoyed about him, especially in the championship game, his demeanor. It didn't change. Mm-mm. You didn't see him go over the edge when his team weren't hitting the threes. He was still a part of the team. He did everything that he could do. And right there, to me, those are the qualities and intangibles that give him the opportunity for a long career in the NBA. And I say he should go.
Yeah, and even though he's an old man's child, the guy's mature, man. I mean, you can tell he's an old man's child because he don't, a lot of players that's good, they want to run off.
Right.
You don't see him just running off.
Right.
He just dunks.
He plays.
He just gets ugly with you, but you don't see him running off. And that comes from being an old man's child. He just want to play ball and,
Now, did you see, now they said it was his mother up in the stands. I think that was his daughter, but they said it was his mother.
Yeah.
Because Greg Oden about 900, 700. Did you see Bill Russell at the Final Four? Now, tell me, Greg Oden, Bill Russell, are they not the same people? It's like Michael Jackson and LaToya. You never see them in the same room.
I believe, like I said, that may be Bill's offspring.
Something.
You know
it
what I
might
mean?
be. Now, remember last week our executive producer was really on us about, the show, and she was going to cancel us.
Yeah, she was.
Well, I'm just glad that, the executives have met.
And straighten things out.
Straighten things out. Just want to let you guys know out there, UPTV, Channel 6.
Yeah.
Tell it like it is. Hiatus next week, but April 21st, live studio audience.
It's going to be beautiful.
It's going to be nice.
It's going to be a beautiful thing.
They're building a set. They've been to Home Depot. They done bought some wood.
Right.
Got some markers.
We're going to have like snacks. Come early so we can get to know each other. We're going to have snacks and everything. Nice little finger snacks. So wash your fingers.
Right. Because you can't be double dipping in the bowl.
Right.
Don't just come in and do the George Costanza and double dip in the dip. But our executive producer, fine job.
Yes, she is
doing a
fine
fine
job. Yeah.
Now, we talk about the players, Oden, Durant. He's got to make a decision. Kevin Durant down in
that's
Texas.
easy, man.
He gone.
That's easy.
He like a Sox home run.
He is, if anybody's ready for that level, is Durant.
Well, I have to agree. And here's the final thing on what these guys have to do. A lot of people talk about, well, he needs to work on his game. He needs to do this. Where else can you work on your game with the best athletes in the world than going to practice in the NBA? And you get paid. Do it.
And not only before it's the summer, they're working with the NBA players in the summertime, going to camps and hanging out and just letting them know how what the lifestyle's like. So it starts way before draft time.
And a lot of these guys have played AAU basketball in high school. They've matured a lot further than guys have done in the past because they've traveled a lot, played a lot more games, seen a lot more than what the normal athlete saw back in the day. So Kevin Durant, Greg Oden, and anybody else who feels they have the talent and ability to go to the NBA, I say go.
Yeah.
And I used to be one of those guys that say, "Oh, you got to get your education."
And
you can go online, Phoenix University, www.phoenixuniversity.com. Get you a degree. If Shaq can get a degree, Shaq got a master's now.
Man, you let do alone.
He can, what is he in Urbana watching?
At McDonald's over there on Neal Street.
Oh, you saw him? He in town?
He in town.
Hey, bro.
But
I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, you apologize, dude, because I can't help you.
You leave me out to dry like that, man?
Jamal Smith like crazy. I'm telling you, I'm going. But look here.
Pull a Jamal.
But look here.
I'm listening.
But I'm going to tell you who would be going to the NBA if it wasn't for the new rule. O.J. Mayo.
O.J. Mayo, yes.
The dude is serious.
He is serious. O.J. Mayo been playing high school since 7th grade.
I mean, he is serious.
He's got game.
He had 27 points at the McDonald's All-American game, high school All-American game. I mean, he's serious.
He is serious. Now, earlier in the show, you talked about coaches and coaching changes. And I'm looking at it from this standpoint. You got Tubby Smith took off last week, or a couple weeks ago, to Minnesota, and that started the domino effect going on with Tubby Smith leaving Kentucky. You basically had the most prestigious job in America open. You had Tommy Amaker get fired in Michigan. You had Steve Alford leave Iowa, and the coaching carousel has now started. And 2 weeks ago, Hub was here from Texas, and he said, and we got to give kudos to Hub on this one, what about Bill Gillespie out of Texas A&M being the coach of Kentucky? I thought when Texas A&M offered him an extension and he took it, he wasn't going anywhere.
But he didn't sign. Huh?
He didn't sign the papers.
You know, but you listen to the name Gillespie. Doesn't that fit Kentucky?
Coach Gillespie?
Don't that? I mean,
here's my boy Cooter Jones. He's 6'8", 220. He's got a jump shot. He's been working on the barn since the age of 3. Coach Gillespie, you get him in that motion offense.
But I think he's gonna bring big things to the UK.
He's gonna bring. Well, think about what he did at UTEP.
He's gonna bring big things. I'm telling you, Kentucky got him a big cat.
They got him big time coach because Coach Gillespie, when he was with Bill Self as his assistant, you know the things he did at Tulsa and at Illinois. But then he went to UTEP. His first coaching job, UTEP was 6 in 2000. Their record was horrendous. And in a year, he turned them around and make him a 20-game winner. He went to Texas A&M. They hadn't won a conference game since, I think, the Civil War. He gets there. Now look at Texas A&M. Top 10 program. And the dominoes fell the right way. And when Rick Barnes pulled his name out yesterday, Kentucky offered him a 7-year, $2.3 million contract.
And with a whole closet new suits. New suits. They told him to leave all his old suits.
Right, don't even bring any of that Texas A&M.
No, just bring the family.
Right.
You can even give the vehicles away to some, but they got everything. He's faded.
He's going to have a blue Cadillac. He's going to have about 20 blue suits.
With big horns on the front hood. And the license plate is going to say Gillespie.
Gillespie Wildcat.
And then they're going to take him to the Bo and Luke farm,
right,
and go eat at the Paul's.
Slopping Sauce is where he gonna go, down at the Lexington Slopping Sauce, and they're gonna have a nice big banquet for Coach Gillespie. But he is now the coach at the University of Kentucky.
They had a big timer.
And here's the other thing: Kentucky's only had 6 coaches since 1931. 6. Adolph Rupp, Joe B. Hall, Eddie Sutton, Rick Pitino, Tubby Smith, now Gillespie. 6. I think Illinois, we've had, 6 coaches since 1991.
Since last week.
Last week. So that just shows you the type of program they got down there.
Yeah, and they're serious about it.
And they're serious about their hoop.
Serious about it, man.
He's a good recruiter. He's a great coach. I think they got a steal down there in Kentucky. I think we see Kentucky back national prominence in at least 2 years.
Yep.
And
he may have some players. He might pull the old Steve Alford.
Right.
Without pulling a Steve Alford.
Where he says, hey.
He might just let the players make their own decisions instead of, hey, calling them up, say, hey, look, don't worry, cancel that contract at Iowa. Come on down here in New Mexico to the pit. Got something for you.
Now, I talked about loyalty earlier. Like I said, Gillespie, they offered him the extension at Texas A&M. He didn't sign it, and he took off. Bob Huggins, a couple years ago, Bob Huggins was out of basketball. Cincinnati had let him go because of a drinking incident. He was out there like he did a Tony La Russa. And then Kansas State gave him an opportunity to come back. He does 1 year at Kansas State. West Virginia job comes open. See ya, he's gone. And
now he may quit the West Virginia job this week to take the Texas A&M job.
I did hear that rumor on the internet.
So they may, hey, have you unpacked yet?
No.
Well, how about we got a job open down here in Texas? Okay, I'll be there Wednesday.
How much y'all pay? Y'all pay more than West Virginia? I'm out of here.
I really don't think it's what they pay.
It's just
where the clothes do and what they got to offer, the bars,
Can somebody drive me home after I drink?
Does this job come with the special driver?
I think so, Coach. I'll take it. But the reason why I bring this up, if there's no loyalty, and to me, it's not even about loyalty, because loyalty is a two-way street. Because when the coach is not doing well, you fire you in a
Yeah.
Kansas City second. But if people always complain about kids leaving, look at the coaches.
Exactly.
So how can you hold these kids
Responsible for what they do. You're right.
for what they do in a higher standard when the coaches,
Right.
somebody puts a few extra dollars in front of them, they take off. So I have no problem when kids make decisions and change their mind because adults are doing it every day. Bob Huggins, 1 year at Kansas State, he's gone. John, was it Bob Vline, who was at West Virginia? Now he's up in Michigan to fill that position. Iowa got Licklider. So these jobs are opening up. So it'll continue throughout the summer until all the positions are filled. So loyalty, I mean, can you buy it? But, you know, we want to hear what folks think out there. 384-2452. 384-2452. Pick up the phone. Give Stat Girl a call. She's sitting over there chilling.
Just lounging.
First half of the show, we had one call. It was an excellent call. Probably the best call of the year. But we only had one call.
That don't mean you call back no more today. Jump on my case.
Which this is a one call limit.
Well, no, I'm not saying it, but man. I hope
See, you know what? You might have got her fired. You don't tell me how many times I call.
Oh, wow.
Sound like Flip Wilson.
But, you know, hey, coach is here, coach is gone.
Coach is gone. Well, you know what happened over the weekend?
No, what?
Play ball.
Baseball.
Opening week. Baseball has started.
I mean, I love baseball. I do, especially, you know, the first pitch.
Right.
We got to call Joe. Bring him on in, will you?
Caller, tell us your name. Tell us your name. Tell us where you're calling from. Tell it like it is.
This is Nate. I'm from Champaign. I go to ULI.
Hey,
what's
Nate.
up?
How's it going?
What's
Excellent,
happening?
man.
I love you guys' show. I just want to know what you guys thought about the new Iowa basketball coach, Todd Licklider.
From Butler.
Yeah.
Excellent pickup for Iowa. I think Iowa, Steve Alford didn't fit.
Yeah.
Over the 8 years he was there, it just didn't fit.
Especially now.
Right. Now that he's trying to steal the players that he recruited for Iowa. But I think Licklider is going to come in. You saw what Butler did throughout the season.
Yeah, I followed them all year. I love them. They're a great team.
And they're not a flash in the pan. So I think what he's going to do is going to make everybody else in the Big Ten step their game up. I think Licklider is going to come in. He's going to employ his system at Iowa like he had at Butler. Iowa will be back in prominence as a top-tier team in the Big Ten in about 2 years. So he's going to do some good things, and he's going to do some recruiting that they haven't seen since Alford came in there.
And then hopefully, 1 year when we do that Big Ten ACC Challenge, maybe we can win.
Win the Big Ten ACC
You know what I mean?
Challenge. Thank you.
We can win a few of them.
Anything else,
We need
Carl?
one. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't think we've won one.
We won.
No, we've never won the Big Ten ACC Challenge.
Check that, will you? Check that ACC Big Ten Challenge. See how many times Big Ten won that.
None.
Thank you.
None. Anything else, caller?
No, that's it. Thanks for a lot, guys.
Hey, man,
Nate.
look here. We got a live show coming up. When, Joe?
April 21st, Nate. So if you want to come on down and be a part of the studio audience, give us a call, 384-2452.
Come and get to know us, bro. We got snacks and everything. And after that, after the show with, you know.
We can hang out.
All right, thanks, guys.
Right
Tell
on,
it like
man.
it is, Nate.
All right, tell it like it is, guys.
All right.
But
He's right, man. Licklider coming in Iowa.
I think Big Ten's going to get tougher. It's going to get real tougher with Bill Tubbs.
Tubb in Minnesota.
You know what I mean? It's
Licklider at Iowa.
It's going to get a little tough.
Now think about this. The guy that's coming in Michigan, Velen, that's coming out of West Virginia,
Yeah.
they run that same offense that Georgetown runs, that Princeton offense. Northwestern runs it, but you know, Northwestern, when you got nothing but chemistry majors, don't want anybody calling me who's a chemistry major because I was one.
I don't want nobody calling me who was a chemistry major, so I don't know nothing about it.
But you got to have athletes to run it, and they're going to have some athletes at Michigan to run that offense, and it's going to be the same way as like how Georgetown ran it. So, like you said, Michigan. But let's get back to what we were talking about. Baseball been very, very good to you.
Now, I know there's some baseball fans out there. We're done with basketball. Okay, we're done. That's it.
And we don't talk NBA.
Let's talk baseball. I'm a Cubs fan.
What?
I mean, hate it or love it. I'm
Yep.
a Cubs fan.
And the Cubs spent, I think, the equivalent of the national debt this offseason. They brought in Willie Mays, Hank Aaron, Babe Ruth, Willie Stargell.
Come on, man. Come on.
They
Keep this going. You ain't telling like it is. You telling a bunch of bull. Now, Bernie Mac was sitting across from you.
What would
you
he say?
talking? He said, man, you telling a bunch of bull. That's a bunch of bull.
kick it. I'm sorry,
That's
Bernie.
a bunch of bows.
So who did they bring in with all the money they spent this
Well,
year?
they brought in, I think, one of the best leadoff hitters in the business, Soriano,
Alfonso?
Alfonso Soriano.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't know if you can get this man on screen, not let the people out there look at it.
Mark Pryor?
Mark Pryor, if you can get them out there. If you agree with what I'm saying, should this guy go? Should they do something with him in Woods?
Well, you know what? I think Lou Piniella already sent the message. He sent him to AAA.
You know, if they
Instead
don't-
of, here's what he basically told him. If you don't have the skills to deal,
hey, go mess with the little kids. Go play with the little kids.
then you go play down there with the little boys.
Yeah. You know, then holler at us when you think you're ready. You know, see if you can last more than 1 or 2 games.
There you go.
You know, but I think Cubs got you know, because I've been watching the Cubs game, and you know, you just don't. I don't know who half the players are.
Well, I know who they are.
You know,
To me, now don't get. I know it's early. They only played 3 games, but to me, they look like the same old Cubs. Here's
as
why.
of now they do. Yeah.
As of now.
Yeah, as of now they do.
Here it is. You put your ace on the mound opening day, and what happened?
He just
got
looks-
shelled.
Oh wow.
Done. Boo! Boo! Zambrano didn't do his job.
No.
They come back second game.
Well, Lily
Lily did an excellent
pretty
job.
good game, yeah.
9 strikeouts. Jason Marquis, now, here's the key. He did 6 innings, 4 hits, only gave up 1 run.
Yeah.
So he looks good. Former Cardinal pitcher. But then the bullpen came in.
And like this, like you said, it's still early. It's still early, but you can't get too far behind.
No, you can't.
Because it's really hard to come back in baseball. You know,
Right.
when you're down, when you're 10 games out, when you're 9 games out, 11 games out.
Right.
It's pretty hard.
Now, speaking of being down, what did I say last week about the
You
Cardinals?
said it. Well, you said that the Cardinals was the worst team that ever won a Super Bowl,
World Series.
World Series.
You sound like, I ain't even going to say it.
Well, they was in the Super Bowl
Yeah.
back when
Phyllis Diller was president?
when Warner was quarterback.
Yeah. But
That's
they
what
were the
I
Rams.
thought you were talking about them.
Yeah, okay. Whatever. Clean it up. Tell it like it is.
I did.
Give us a call, 384-2452, to tell him to tell it like it is. But like the Cardinals, we were just talking about.
They're the worst the World Series team to ever win the World Series.
Right there, man. It's right there. Oh, we write it down every week. Come on, man. I know you're excited. You got other things on your mind, but focus. Just 20 more minutes.
Man, I wouldn't do. When you say that word, your hairline goes way up.
When I say focus, hold on, let me look at the camera and say focus. But like I was talking about the Cardinals last week, I said they were the worst team to ever win the World Series, and Cardinal fans should enjoy 2006 because 2007 will be a long year. And what happened? The Mets came in.
Oh, woo! Whooped them. Opened the can of whoop on them.
And took them behind the woodshed and just beat them down. Beat them down. Cardinals are 0-3.
Yep.
So like you said, it's only the first week, but if this is any indication of what's going to happen with the sleeping La Russas, they asleep at the wheel, just like their manager.
Yeah, and I believe the way they've been playing, I believe they all was in the bus or the truck
They was in the back,
and sipping on some scissors.
and they still doing
I'm
it.
telling you.
They are still doing it. So Cardinal fans, you can call 384-2452 and tell us how wrong we are, but the stats don't lie, and they tell it like it is. And the fact is the Cardinals will probably, Chris Carpenter's got elbow problems. They don't know if it's day-to-day or if he's a month. He's the best pitcher. So
Yeah, and they're pitching, and like you said, they slid by last year.
I think Jim Edmonds still has a concussion. He's got problems there. Pujols only got 1 home run in spring training.
Yeah.
So he's not, I know it's early, it's first week. Things can change.
Yeah.
But I don't think so, Cardinal fans. I think, as I said, go back, get your DVD you got from Sports Illustrated when you got your free subscription and your autographed baseball for last year, and put that DVD in and
And
watch
a little bitty wooden bat.
Right.
Just
Watch the
put
highlights.
Pujols' name on it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You watch Albert Pujols
Yeah.
and the Cardinals. Now, the other team I know got a little local flavor, the Sox.
Yeah.
2 years ago, the White Sox were World Series champs. How far have the mighty fallen? Sox, they're lucky they canceled game today due to weather.
You think they got beat down?
The way the thing is going right now.
Yeah.
Cleveland came in there and just put the fops on.
So
them
our
this week.
area team's just not doing that hot right now.
Not right now.
Not right now.
Not right now. Weather-related issues. The Sticks in Chicago really ain't going the way they need to go, and so on. So,
Yeah.
I just think right now we talk about the Cubs and all the additions they got. The key for the Cubs, as we all know, is pitching.
Yeah. Pitching, and also you got to hit. Jones, he has got to hit this year, man.
Jock Jones.
He has got to hit this
Right
year.
fielder.
If he doesn't hit this year, they got to do something with that cat.
Yeah.
He was 0 for 4 first game. I think the second game he was 0 for 3. A hit by the only hits he getting is when the pitcher throws it at him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Cliff Floyd, they picked up Floyd from the Mets. You got Matt Merton out there in left field. You might have to put Floyd in right field. Soriano. The other problem is those guys in terms of fielding, they're not the best in terms of, fielding at their position. So I agree. The Cubs are going to have to hope the wind's blowing out and the Sticks are hitting, and they were winning 10-8 and 8-6 and stuff like that, and they got to do that. But one other thing real quick on baseball. Here's what I don't understand, and maybe you can help me out on this.
Maybe, maybe not. Let me see.
Is it me, or is it always cold in April in the Midwest and out east?
Yeah.
So why would you schedule games in the Midwest and out east? Why don't you schedule the teams who play on the East Coast to go to the West Coast to kick the season off?
Yeah, that's something we can't answer. That's something we can't, that's up to the baseball guys. Let them do that. What we do, Joe, is we sit in these two uncomfortable chairs.
And they are uncomfortable.
And we tell it like it is. And I know you're saying, that doesn't make no sense, okay? Let's have everything in Florida.
Right, all right. There you go. Or something. But I'm just looking at the fact
Let's just get one huge building with 100 diamonds in it.
and just play there until it warms up. Because until then, I'm tired of cutting the TV on and thinking my TV messed up and it's snow.
Right, it's
and it's not static, it's actual snow.
The Mets-Cardinals game, it was snowing.
Did you see the Yankees? It was snowing.
Wow.
Well,
Hey,
we got somebody calling.
Caller, what's your name? Where you name? What you calling from? Tell it like it is.
Maybe the caller can tell us why they play in the winter.
What's happening?
What's up?
Hey,
It's Tim Burnett. What's happening?
what's
going on, Mr. Burnett?
You know what, man? What you think about that picture from Japan, man? With this
Dice
little screwball thing.
Dice K with the gyro ball?
Yeah, they can't even hit it. What's wrong with that, man?
Hey, you know what? He brought some new flavor, which I love to see whenever something like that is infused into sports. The ball is moving in a way that most hitters have never seen it move.
how long's it gonna last?
About half a season.
Right.
Because in start of June, second time around, Dice K gonna be.
But look though, man. They been hitting balls all their life. You know what I'm saying? They've been in baseball all their life, man. That's like Shaq at the free throw.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Tell the truth. If you can't hit a ball, you've been hitting balls since Pee Wee League.
But wait a minute now, Mr. Burnett, you got to remember, they've never seen a ball move like this before. He's
Oh,
come
come
over
on.
here.
Spitball. I heard somebody on ESPN talking about the spitball and the fork ball.
The grease
They're knocking
ball.
them out the park. They can't hit this little screwball. That's all it is, a screwball.
Well, I tell you what,
Hey, look.
we going to get him a job as a hitting coach.
Hey, I'm telling you, because what they're doing right now, they're hiring all these, the managers, the owners. Hey, get somebody that knows how to throw that pitch. I want him in this facility next week because we're going to hit that guy next time we see him.
Dice K goes down. I agree with you.
Hey, who do you think will be the first one to knock a home run off of him? Just take a guess.
Who's going to say that again, caller?
Who's going to be the first one to knock a home run off that boy?
Derek Jeter.
Jeter?
Jeter going to be the first one.
You think?
Yeah. Hey, but speaking of Yankees, what is that going to do with Williams, man? Bernie Williams.
He's through.
I think he's folding towels right now.
He's through.
At a Bronx laundromat.
He's through.
Yeah, but all them years, man, you know how they could just kick you to the curb like that, man? That ain't right.
Boy, remember that song that Janet Jackson made?
Which one?
What have you done for me lately?
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
And, you know, they bought him a guitar. You know, he's playing at the local club downtown New York City. You know, he's a jazz player. So,
Right, it's a blue guitar with an NY, white NY on
he's
it.
doing what he really wants to do right now.
He had to go.
Hey, Joe.
Yes, sir.
Good shouting out on my brother, man. You know you're a basketball dude from the hood.
Yes, he is. And I definitely had to give him to start the show. He called it 2 weeks ago, and because of that, we definantly gave him kudos. So,
Yeah, that's what made me call, man.
well, we appreciate you calling.
Right on.
I just want to say, man, it's good seeing brothers out there talking sports. You still doing it on the radio, though?
Yeah, he's on the radio too. But good thing you can't see him.
Look at you,
Good
man.
thing you can't see him on the radio because his hair ain't combed or nothing. So that's why he does radio.
All right, man, I'm gonna let y'all go, man. God bless y'all,
Right
man.
on,
Keep
man.
it up, bro.
All right.
Take care.
All right, yep.
Yeah, see, he's talking about Dice K.
Hey,
Man, the ball is doing.
but you know, but it ain't gonna last long because
Oh, no.
believe me, they're gonna get some. Do you know how to throw the ball like this?
No.
Okay, you go.
Right.
Can you throw the ball like this?
Yeah.
Okay,
Come on in.
And they're gonna get a big old check. Just keep throwing that same pitch.
And then, like I said,
Or else they're gonna buy a machine
they can throw
that can throw that pitch. But something's gonna get done.
the guy machine. But here's what's going to happen. It's just like watching a guy pitch a sidearm. You know, and the guy's coming in like that.
Kent Colby,
Right,
you know.
herky jerky. First time you see him is crazy. But after that, professional baseball players, it only takes them 1 or 2 times to see you. You come with that same stuff after that, you know, you'll have a short career. So right now, this is no different than when Fernando Valenzuela came into the league back in the 80s. You know, you got Hideo Nomo when he came in, and now you got Dice Gay coming in. Guys just they'd never seen it because of the fact he never came to the minor leagues, and, you know, these guys didn't get to see him early.
And also people like that's been in a major American league for many years, and all of a sudden, you know, they're getting used to their pitching like Martinez. He goes down to the National League and he's back dominant again.
Right.
Randy Johnson, he's in Mariners for a long time. He goes to the National League, he's dominant. You know, it just depends.
Yeah.
You know, because when they get used to you, you got to make some changes or go somewhere else.
Now, on Tell It Like It Is, we've talked about everything, man. We've talked NASCAR, we've talked baseball, basketball, football, talked a little hockey.
What are we going to talk about now?
Tiger Woods.
Tiger?
The Masters started yesterday down in Augusta.
Now, I do watch that.
You watch it?
Oh, I do.
You know what? I'm picturing you right now.
I do. I mean, I'm getting more into golf than you would. That's why I told you I want to start playing on the weekends. I really want to get into golf, you know, so.
Well, and the reason why I bring it up is this. Remember, you know, 97, Tiger won his first of 4 green jackets at the Master. And when he won it in 97, everybody said, oh, there's going to be an explosion of African-American golfers. It is 2007. Tiger Woods is still the same brother out there playing golf by himself. What happened to the explosion? Or was it a firecracker?
It's just a little, like one of them little dull.
Black cat.
Yeah. Just fizzes and just shuts up.
You know why? Now, I know, like you said, you may sit at home and watch it, and I'll sit at home and watch it, and every now and then I'll go out and garden, because I don't golf, I garden, because I turn over a lot of soil. But golf is an expensive sport.
Yeah. But I don't want to go on an expensive golf course. I want to play on the golf course where they don't cut the grass. And I just want to play in like the 2-foot grass where I can't see the hole. That way you ain't gonna know if I made it and I ain't gonna know if I made it. I just want to hit the ball.
And then you're just going to jump up and say, ah!
Now if I see a snake, game over. That's it.
Well, you need to get a different golf course.
That's what right now until I get a little bit more money, until they give us a raise. Well, we're gonna be on that same golf course.
You know, I'm waiting for putt-putt to open.
Okay, good point.
Please.
Good point.
Tell it like it is. Get a raise around here. They took away our root beer, and look what we're drinking this week. Now.
Sierra Mist.
Right.
Give us a Sprite.
Right, something like that. Can we get an upgrade? But back to golf. like I said, they talked about when Tiger won in '97, there would be more African Americans playing golf than ever before. There'd be more African Americans on tour. And here it is, Tiger. He done got married, gonna have a baby. He's still out there by himself. You know. So I mean, a lot of times, you know, we I know we get emotional attachment to some of this stuff, but the reality is, until the prices go down on this game, ain't gonna be too many brothers out there. And the fact, the other thing, golf is a game of etiquette and rules and, you know, no talking. Can you imagine 4 brothers going 2.5 hours not talking?
Can I imagine you being out there not talking? Because you likes to run your mouths, man.
You the last person in America
I can't see you
to
out
talk
there.
about running their
I
mouth.
can't see you golfing not saying nothing. Nothing. You got to talk about something. You know? See, me, when I concentrate on something, I don't say nothing. My mouth is ziplock.
So you ain't focused right now then, are you?
Because I got to be, this here is like, you know, like eating peanut butter jelly sandwich. But I'm talking about golf, something new. You just got to concentrate and don't let big mouth people like you interfere with what I'm trying to do.
Don't take your anger out on me, cause the first call of the night took you behind the woodship and checked you. Now you that's called displaced anger. I watch Oprah.
Hey,
I
when I
learned
see
that.
her live,
Dr.
it's a wrap.
Phil.
When I see you live, it's over.
No, you ain't doing that. Dr. Phil and Oprah taught me that one, displaced anger. I watch them shows. And that's what you got right now. You got emotional issues. John, you need to come in grips with yourself. How's that working for you tonight, John? We'll be right back. Tell it like it is. I'm Dr. Phil. Yeah, I knew they'd get you quiet. But if you're watching the Masters, check out Tiger. He's struggling a little bit right now. Knocked it in a drink a couple times today, you know, double bogey.
He always struggles starting off. I think he does it on purpose. I do. I think he does it on purpose, just so, you know, let them other guys, you know, go and get this lead. You know, I'll be back here by Wednesday.
Right. Well, I know we joke around, we clown around
On a
this show a
sad
lot.
note, huh?
Somber note this week. We lost a legend in sports, not in just one particular sport. We lost a legend in terms of a man, a coach, human being, an icon. Eddie Robinson, who was the coach for Grambling State University for over 50 years, passed away on Tuesday at the age of 88. And when you think about individuals that come across in our society, regardless of what walk of life, that can affect change in our society, he's got to be on that list. Because if you look at what Eddie Robinson did with his career, he took a small school down in Louisiana, predominantly African-American school, historical black college university, and put over 200 men in the NFL, if you look at it from a sports perspective. But not only that, he coached during the time where we were talking about rampant racism and segregation, and he did it the same way, and he did it his way, and he took boys and molded them into men.
Even when they got to the next level, he just never forgot you.
No.
Never forgot you.
You know, we know, if you think about the most famous alumnus from Grambling State, Doug Williams, when he won the Super Bowl with the Redskins, and the profound effect that that had on sports. But where did it come from? Eddie Robinson. You know, James Harris, Buffalo Bills back in the 60s, Rams in the 70s, another quarterback. Eddie Robinson. Ernie Ladd, Buck Buchanan. You know, you've got guys that's just span time in terms of who participated in football down at Grambling and have made contribution to this society. So, you know, tell it like it is. Like I said, we clown around and joke about a lot, but with this being said, Eddie Robinson, surely gonna be missed in the sports world. A great coach, but a better man. One job, one wife, 60 years. So he'll be missed.
Yep, he will.
Dollar Bill.
Yeah.
You know, next week they're gonna do the Favorite Moments show.
Favorite Moment show. It won't be live.
Tell them
It
again.
won't be live. It won't be live, so don't call in.
And
then get mad at that girl, go shut answer the phone because she ain't gonna be here.
Right. But no, next week the show is not live, but we will be back April 21st, and we'll be doing our show live with a live audience.
So if you want to be a part of that show, if you see him out in the streets, or if you see me out in the streets, or if you just want to call up here and say, hey, I want to be a part of Tell It Like It Is live show on April the 21st, we're gonna make it happen.
We're gonna make it happen. And if you want to be in the show, and once we get all the particulars worked out, you got to be here by 6:45.
Don't be late. I want to get to know you. You can be here. I'll be here. I'll be here 6:20. But let's get here early so we can talk before things jump off. We're gonna have some snacks and everything. They're gonna have everything ready for us. Y'all ain't got to set no hair appointment, you women, if you want to come. Don't, you ain't got to be getting your hair
Because
whipped.
this is sports.
This is sports, so have your hair toe up from the floor up a little bit.
There you go.
Okay?
Now, because people need to get here on time like me. I'm here usually about 6:05, 6:10. I get here. I sit down with the executive producer.
Oh, wow.
We go over the topics of what we're going to talk
It's
about.
about time to close the show.
And Stat Girl, we
she-
might discuss,
Yeah, you
how
and Stat
she's
Girl
gonna
really on time every week. Yeah.
hit the phone line in terms,
Yeah, you
how
and
we're gonna
Stat
do
Girl
that.
are really on time every
we
week.
get, the
Yeah, y'all really
photos
prompt.
together, So I just want to say, just the folks who want to be in part of the studio audience, if you use me as an example, you'll be here on
Use
time.
them as an example,
You
you're
won't
going to
have
be
a
here
problem.
on the 28th instead of the 21st. You heard?
No need to laugh in the control room. That's not professional.
So, thanks again for the people who's watching the show. And for those of you who want to call, I know you want to call, you just didn't. I ain't tripping. Remember, next week, we're just going to do like a pre-play of the best moments of Tell It Like It Is. This is our 10th show. 21st, live audience. We need you to be a part of that audience, to run your mouth, talk a little jive, tell it like it is.
Right, because then you can sit there and just ask us a question. You don't have to worry about hitting, dialing up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the folks who don't come, doesn't mean you can't call in. Because that girl, she's union. We can't fire her.
Right. And don't bring your kids, because we can't be chasing no little kids around here. I know, I'm going to take them with them. Don't bring your kids, and they're going to be running over in the camera, knock the camera over.
Because this stuff ain't paid for.
So please.
This stuff is rented.
Please.
This is not our stuff.
Leave the kids.
We love the kids, but leave the kids.
And we might do a show for all the athletic kids later on down the road.
Outside, so they can't break nothing. They can run around in the park or something.
You know what I mean? But again, Joe.
Hey, I enjoyed it, man. Oh, real quick. Out of the shows we've done since Super Bowl, what's your favorite moment?
My favorite moment, I'm telling you, I ain't gonna never forget this caller. You remember Albert who called and he kept repeating the same word?
Okay.
Over and over. Okay. And we thought his name was okay.
Okay.
I'm never gonna forget that. Okay.
You are watching a master at work.
You ready? Let's go. Yeah. For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. He feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think